Sorry, my mic was on mute. Hi, everyone. Hope everyone's doing okay. Baker and Solon Homestead, little homestead by the beach, little house in the big woods. I saw Carpenter's Self Reliance, Roger and Ranald. Thank you for being here. Ready or not, there it is. Um, Today I decided I was just going to make. I don't know if it's going to be a long live or short one. I'm hoping that it's not going to be too long. I just wanted to give a couple of tips. I see a lot of people, struggling with their brandings, and since we're all on YouTube to have some fun, I figured, why not just go and give a few tips. Hi, Granny's Garden, Sean. Welcome to the chat. So back in 2001, I took a course in university. I was going to be a school teacher. I ended up quitting the course. And after wondering what I was going to do with my life, I found a course on computers that was really in like I was really wondering what it was. I really wanted to know more about that course. And that course was web programming, and it's called multimedia and web. So basically the course was all about web programming, audio, video editing, graphic designs, and stuff like that. Hi, bucket list homestead. Sorry, Ani, welcome to the chat. So I figured, why not teach some of that stuff to all you guys and girls and everyone who wants to have a channel on YouTube. I was thinking of giving just a few tips. I'm not a guy that I don't have any skills, artistic skills, I should say. I'm not the kind of guy that's going to go and draw something and you're going to be amazed. If you look at my stuff, you're probably thinking, what does that guy know about graphic designs? Because honestly, my branding is not wow. It's just basics, and I guess that's the way I like it. Um, I see a lot of people, a lot of you that I follow. Um, you have skills, you have the design skills, and I think that I might be able to help with just a little bit of fine tuning sometimes. And this is what I wanted to go through with you guys today. And later on, if any of you wants me to go and check your YouTube page and give some feedback on it, I'll be okay, and I can do that if you want. Um, if you go on a YouTube page, the first thing you see, well, everything is visual. You won't hear anything before you actually see the page. You won't hear what the person has to say before you see what they're trying to show you. Hi, Camp Payton Family Compound. Welcome to the chat. So the first impression is really important. And sometimes if you try to do too much, if you try to overthink everything, you might just do the opposite. You might scare people away. I'm going to show you something here, and I want you to just take a quick look, and you can give me some feedback on the chat there and tell me what you think about this. It's not mine. I'm hoping I don't offend anyone. I think it was meant for that purpose, so I'm hoping everything is okay. So you look at that poster. What's the first thing that comes to mind? Anyone's got something to say about it? If you look at it, well, when I first started looking at it, the first thing that came to my mind was this part here, AimFest. And then you see radio? See, okay, ham radio right up here. The first thing I saw was this here. And then it's like, okay, what am I supposed to look at? Where am I supposed to go? Exactly. Too much, too busy. I'm sure the person that did this poster was thinking well, was trying to do the best of their knowledge. But like you said, it's too much, and sometimes too much is not better. So when we talk about graphics, um, I I spoke a little bit about it in my last live stream, and it says the same thing on my description. So the main thing about graphic designs, well, what I try to do is follow the PARC principle. We say PARC in French, PARC. For the English folks, you can use crap, carp, whatever you want. It's just a way to remember the four letters. The P is for proximity. Proximity is the space between the objects. As we saw in the previous poster, there was no spacing. Everything was all jammed together. Um, the A is for alignment. Sometimes you see people putting some stuff in the middle and then putting something else on the right and then something else on the left. Try to see your graphic design, or your, like, it could be applied to your banner, to your business card, to your logo. If you do a specific alignment, make sure there's a reason for it. And we're going to go a little bit more in details after a little bit later. Alignment pretty much speaks for itself. R is for repetition. Now, repetition can be within the same design, within your logo, within the specific thing you're working on. But it's even easier to see on YouTube, because you can do a repetition of, you know, what I did with my thumbnails. It's pretty easy, pretty simple. I just added my logo on the right of the thumbnail, and I try to go always the same way. A lot of people are going to use a specific song to the start of their video. Some are going to use a song at the end of their video. And what that does is, if you don't know what video you're watching, let's say you put a playlist on and you go and you come back and you hear a little music that you're used to hear, you're going to know that this was a video from, okay, let's say it's a video from Bucket List Homestead. I know by your song that this is your video. So chances are I'm going to come in front of the computer, sit down and say, okay, well, I missed that video. I want to go and watch it again. Or I might be doing the dishes. I'm going to hear the beginning of your video. And because I know it's the same song or whatever, I'll be tempted to come and sit down and listen to your video. The same thing could be true for all the graphic or visual aspect of it. And one channel that does that pretty well is Hickory Croft Farm. Every thumbnail they have the same design. So you could be watching a playlist of a specific challenge that you saw last year, and you want to know what's going on. So by eventually in a list, this thumbnail is going to pop up because you know that design. In marketing, everything that you see often, you tend to remember it and you tend to go towards it, which is why those big companies, those big brands, like whether it's McDonald's or Nike or those big brands, they do a lot of advertising by doing some repetition in your head. Same thing as you would do in school with math. You repeat stuff. Little homestead by the beach, you have a couple of spam coming in. So yeah, by repeating the same things over and over again, it tends to stay in your mind. So this is pretty much the same thing we want to do with the graphic aspect of everything we do. The C is for contrast. Contrast is basically, you should never ask yourself if something was done on purpose or not. And what I mean by that is, if you put some text at size 20 and you put some text at size 19, the font size, you look at it and you're going to wonder, a little bit like the picture we had earlier. There was so many different colors, so many different sizes, so many different things, that it was hard to see what we should have put our focus on. Um, I always laugh because I see one of my coworker get some emails from school, and in the emails they start giving information with, dear parents, this is going to be in bold, and then they're going to have something highlighted in yellow, and then they're going to have some text in written in red, and then they're going to switch with something in bold, and then they're going to have something underlined, and you look at the message and you have no idea, and it's really really hard on the head. You might not know that, like everyday life, you go and do your things, you might not notice that. But when we're done today, after I'm done explaining the part principle, I'm hoping that when you look at a poster like the one I showed you earlier, I'm hoping it's going to give you a headache. Let's put it this way. I'm hoping that you're going to see it and know right away what's wrong with it. So, first thing I'm going to show you, I guess, is an example of what the proximity might be like, but this one is something that was done wrong. So if you see this part here on the right is not that bad. It's the logo that the issue is with, because not only like Casa de Yuca is probably the main information, but everything is so jammed together, there's no spacing, it doesn't breathe. So you want your graphic designs to breathe. If you put too much stuff like we saw earlier, that's way too much. So proximity is basically the space between the objects. This is the best way to explain it. Don't bunch everything together. Don't put stuff in there just because you want to have it in there. Ask yourself, does it need to be there? I remember doing a business card for a guy. I don't remember what it was, what his name was, but let's say for example he was someone that was offering services for mowing your lawn. So he had his information a little bit like what you have here, his address, his phone number, his email, and then he wanted to have a small picture of a guy pushing a lawnmower. So he wanted to have that included in the business card. Then he wanted to have his logo. And then he wanted to have a picture of the phone next to the phone number. He wanted to have a little envelope logo next to the email. He wanted to have all that kind of information. And in the end, it was so jam-packed. I told the guy, I said, this is too much. Are you sure you want to do that? And I mean, you work, he's your client, this is what he wanted. I ended up doing it. But in my head, there was no way that I was going to show this off, in my portfolio to show it to other clients, because this is not what graphic designs is all about. So in this case here, when I look at that, there might not be too much information in the logo, but there should be more space. If I was to do this logo, I probably wouldn't put the borders. This is one of the thing that I can't say that I don't like. I don't want to talk bad about YouTube itself, because I mean it's a great place to go. It's a great social media. It's just the way that it's made. Your logo is always in a small circle, so it kind of forces you to do something. People tend to do something in a circle. It might be good, it might be bad, but once again, you need a reason for that. If you put, let's say I have, once again, let's come back to this logo here. If, for example, there was only the letter C in the box, that could be a reason for the designer to do that. Maybe he had a specific reason in his mind. It doesn't mean that it's wrong. It just means that you need a reason to do it. One thing that pops up in my mind when I do something with a circle, I always try to have an element of my graphic or my logo that comes out of that circle. And it gives a feeling that you're not limited by anything. When you do a logo, especially when you do a logo, You want to have something that breathes. You want to have something that's easy to understand what the point was. I had a business card not too far, and I couldn't find it. I was gonna show you, but um, it shows some sort of liberty, I guess. You're a lot of people talk about freedom these days, but let's just say freedom. Your logo is free to get out of that circle that you're building your design in. I don't know if I'm clear. If you have any questions, don't hesitate. I'm here trying to teach you guys. I'm just gonna go, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate. I can stop and try to find some more examples or whatever. So I've been back and forth about using intro video on every video. Yeah, I've heard that the intro video, if it's too long, it can be an issue. What I see a lot of people doing now, and I think that this might be the way to go, they put like a little 5 to 10 seconds of what's going to come later in the video, and then they have a little 5 to 10 seconds of the intro of their channel. For example, what's his name? The Holler Homestead do it a lot. I know Hanny at Back to Basics Homestead started doing it also. At that point, it's completely fine. I mean, and if this is what you want to do, like, I'm not here to tell you to do it or not to do it. You just have to be careful not to make it too long that people sit there and watch an intro. They might, switch a channel. So it's just give them something, tell them who you are, little 5-10 seconds. I think it'd be all right, and then move on with your video. That's just my opinion, of course. The second thing, the second letter was A for alignment. In the alignment, like I said, it speaks for itself. Everything centered or everything to the right or everything to the left is not necessarily better. You have to give it a reason. Once again, give every aspect of the park or crap or carp, the way you want to pronounce it. You need to have a reason, and it's the same for alignment. If my logo is a circle, and I have it. Okay, let's say here. Okay, we use this logo, StreamYard right here, for example. This logo, it's a little duck face. They put StreamYard, no power by StreamYard. They have their name under the logo, which is fine. If I start doing graphic designs with that, I'm not gonna start writing something. Let's see if I can. I'm not gonna start writing something here and go this way, or something here and go this way. You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna go and try to go under the logo. Let's see if I have another example here of alignment. So this one here, this is a perfect example of a bad alignment. They did, proximity is fine. This is probably a business card. The business card is breathing. There's proximity is good. There's a sense of repetition where the color. I'm here pointing with my pen. You guys don't see my pen. The color here is kind of a repetition of the name or the brand. The contrast is not that bad, although I would argue with this part here might be a bad contrast with this part here in terms of not knowing if it's the same size. We know it's not the same size, but was it done on purpose or not? We don't know that part. But I'll give him points for contrast with the name here, the repetition of a color. It's not much, but it's there, and the proximity is fine. But then you look at the alignment. Everything is all just pitched here and there on the business card. So you have the logo, the name, and then you have Regina Phalanges right here, which is not really aligned with the logo. It's not aligned with the glasses, and it's not aligned with any of those two elements here. So you wonder, what was their point? Um, what I would have done if that was me. If you want to go in the corners, that's fine. I would have probably put the text here aligned to the left, and maybe this one here aligned to the right, or I would have put that, under the glasses, or in a way to do um, like a little repetition of, long, short, have Regina phalanges like this here. That's probably one of the things I would have done. So up to now, does everyone understand? I've been going fast, but proximity alignment. Any questions regarding any of those two? If you look, let's see if I can find some of my thumbnails. YouTube. My channel. So you look. Let's look at this one here. I had a small. Probably don't see it well, but let's say we talk about this one, going to work in a snowstorm. So I have the element of repetition because I have the same strip on the right. I have my logo there. Most of the people have their logo in their videos now, and that's a sense of repetition. That's fine. When it came to the small box with the title here, going to work in a snowstorm. When it came to that element, at first I was thinking of doing everything to the left, a little bit like this one here, the live discussion. But then I figured, it's a small box. There's no reason for me to put anything to the right or to the left. So I left it in center. That's what I was hoping would be the best. But then if I look at this one here, the live stream from 2 days ago, you might think that I had no reason to put everything to the left. But if you look at the thumbnail, the way that I am set, I'm kind of, holding on. It's like I'm holding on the box itself. So kind of pushing everything to the left. My body is somewhat aligned to the, well, this is your left, this is my left, I think. So my body is aligned like this. So I want to have everything aligned the same way as I did. This is why I did it that way. So I had a reason to do it that way. Um, if I look at this one here, my homesteading book collection. The homesteading book collection, I put everything on the left because it's the easy thing to do. That's the easiest alignment to do. But the one next to it, Let's Start Rabbits with Jim, I had Jim's picture, and it just didn't feel right to put the picture on the left and have all that space in front of his face, because his face is kind of looking in the middle. Know what I mean? Like the face was looking in the middle. I have him in a box, so I wanted him to be in the middle. If he was facing that way, it might have been different. It's the same thing. Some of you probably know that aspect because you've been doing a lot of videos. So when you do a video, if you watch a scary movie, chances are you're gonna see someone. If you see someone like I am right now, you have a feeling something's coming behind me, right? Because I'm looking that way and there's a space behind me. But if I don't intend to have anything coming out behind me, I have no reasons to be there. I have no reasons to put myself in this position. It's the same thing for graphic. If I wanted to do the right thing, I would have done it this way, because I'm looking that way and this is where the space is. I'm looking forward. You know what I mean? It's the same thing with graphic. If you put something in a specific direction in your logo, in your thumbnail, in your banner. By the way, my banner is far from being done. I put that there because I didn't know how to put more information without ruining the proximity, and I didn't want to bunch everything in there. So it's something that I still need to work on. So all right for now. Repetition, like I said, it could be the repetition of the whole logo. It could be the repetition of music, of a sound, of a little introduction, maybe. Um, if you talk about the logo itself, let's see if I can zoom in. Uh, let's see, zoom plus. That way you can see my logo a little bit better. Okay, so we look at my logo here. It's pretty simple. It's not in any way a piece of art. Far from it. Um, I have, I think I have good proximity. I mean, I don't. I only have a rabbit and a chicken, but it shows what I want to show. It shows that I'm a small farm. I have animals. I have rabbits and I have chickens. I have my name under the logo, Rem's Family. Um, I have behind it. It looks like it's a sunrise, but at the same time, it looks like a carrot. So I had both ideas in my head when I did the logo. Hi, Joe and Sue's Hovgrid Homestead. Welcome to the chat. So when I did this logo, I had those two ideas in mind. The first thing would be the rabbit and the chicken would be in front of the sunrise. And also, if you look a little bit closer, you can see some sort of a carrot behind it with three lines, would be the leaves, you know what I mean? So this was my idea behind the logo. Now, if you look at my name, the name is aligned in the center because my carrot is aligned in the center. This is the way that my logo is looking at. I have one chicken looking on one side, the rabbit looking on the other side, and the carrot is emerging from the middle. So it was only logic to put my information, my name in the middle. I have, like I said, I have good proximity. I have the repetition in two different things. Well, maybe three. The rabbit and the chickens are done the same way, so that is kind of one repetition right there. I have the three lines right here that are doing the leaves and the sun rays at the same time. That is another repetition, and there's some sort of repetition in the alignment itself because the carrot has an angle. I don't know if you can see it right here. There's a small angle under the carrot, and I made my text follow that carrot. So I had a reason to do it. This is why I did it. The last thing, I'm gonna push it there. The last thing in the park principle or crap or carb, depending on the way you decided to use it, contrast. The thing is, you should never ask yourself if two fonts are the same. As an example, um, same goes for color, size, etc. If you have two different aspects in your design, you have to be sure that it's obvious that you wanted to make them differently, or that it was obvious that you wanted to make them the same. Which is why I went with the text here. They're the same color. I didn't want to have one a little different tint of yellow. I put them the exact same color. And if you look carefully, closely, it's the same color as my logo. And that was also done on purpose. I was trying to keep a good contrast with the background. I have a sunset far, in that area around here somewhere, and it's getting dark. So I wanted to have something like a little bit more. Um, I wanted to have more light in front of it. So that's why I put my information in yellow like that. So I keep the same yellow as my logo. And, the contrast there is good because you don't need to search for the information you're looking for, and you don't need to worry that, Rem's family, you can see easily that it's different. It's a different size than raising, growing, living. So is that aspect clear? It might not be easy the first time, but if any of you in a couple of minutes decide to let me go and check your YouTube channel, yeah, we might be able to find a few things, and we can do this as a group also. Like I mean, I'm not here to bring anyone down. I'm just here to give some tips. So this was the one that I was working on. This one here is a bad example of contrast. You know, the one on the right is a little bit better because at least you can see, but the one on the left is really bad because you can't see what's written there. You can't see what's going on. You have no idea where to look, really. Um, if you look at something and something annoys you, there's probably a reason for that. And if you start looking a little bit deeper, you might find that sometimes this might be one of the reasons why. When we do a presentation or an essay for a school class, you want to have your title, and they show us to put your title in the middle and put your information to the left, but it's pretty much the same thing when you think about it. You They make us put our title in the middle, but really there's no reason for that. So lately I started doing I don't do any essays, but if I have to write a letter, I put either all my stuff on the left or I simply put my stuff in the middle. But it's very rare that I'll put all my alignments to the middle because really especially when you write a letter, you read from left to right. So why would you go in the middle? It doesn't make any sense. Like I said, it has to be obvious. If you have something that you want to, like, if something is different, it has to be obvious. If something is the same, it has to be obvious. If you put some text in your banner, it has to be obvious that it's not the same color, because otherwise you're going to find yourself looking at the banner or at the logo or at the poster and wonder what's wrong with that poster. And after what you might see one of those four things: the part, principle, proximity, alignment, repetition, and contrast. You might see something in there that it'll come in your mind, and you'll say, okay, well, this is what's wrong with it. Anyone has any question? Anyone want to be a guinea pig for want me to go check your channel and give a few tips or a few things that I see? I'm not going to bring you down. I'm not going to insult anyone. I'm just going to show how you can improve your graphics with just a little bit of fine tuning. Hi, Michael. How are you? I know it can take a while before people write answers, before I actually see the answers, the questions, I mean. Marilen, you gave me the right at the beginning, so I'm still allowed to go and use your your channel. I'm gonna zoom back. Okay. One of the channel I like graphically is, I think it's called Back to Reality. Is it Back to Reality Homestead or just Black to Reality? I hope it's fine with them that I use their channel as a reference. I love it. It's simple. It's breathing, and the the size of the fonts is different. It's obvious to see. They have their logo, the tree that's repeating from the logo. It's right there on the banner. When you look at their thumbnails, it's simple, it's clean, and it repeats everywhere. So if I see any of those videos on another website or on another playlist, I will know that it's them. Yeah, you can roast me. Okay, I'm not gonna do anything bad. Lil Homestead by the beach. So this is Marilene's page. Okay. Um, you change your logo. I gave you a few pointers here. I love it. Um, you might find at some point that you want to change a thing or two. That's up to you. But graphically wise, it's fine the way it is. I would change the banner just because the colors do not represent your logo. I know where it's the winter. Some websites you might go on a website at some point that will do that. They'll have a banner for the winter. They'll have a banner for the summer. It's fine. It's completely fine. But you need to have some aspect or some elements of the rest of your graphic designs. Hi, Creecroft Farm. How are you? Steph and Chris, are you both there? So I would work on the banner only because, like I said, the way it is right now, it's very simple. But someone that sees your banner won't necessarily know what your page is about, and you don't see the elements of your branding, of your logo, and of your thumbnails in there. Um, if I look at the thumbnails, I I see the repetition here. I see that you take the same template. It's fine. That's perfect. Are people really looking at banners? I don't know. It's a good question, but better put all the chances on your side, right? I mean, if we want to make it, I know some of us will, some of us might never make it there. But if we want to make it to 100,000 subscribers, we have to put all the chances on our side. It's just Chris right now, and I have a cold. Oh, all right. Um, so for the banner, I know it's a real question. Yeah, hearing me. Yes. Hi, Thor. How are you? I'm doing great. I took the day off today, and I'm glad I did because we were hit by the snowstorm, and I had to go do the groceries, and the weather was really bad. So you missed the start, Darren. I did this for you. So, okay, let's come back to the thumbnails. Um, you have the repetition with the template you use. That's great. Um, alignments, I guess the first one here, I would say the alignment is probably off a little bit because you have something on top, something here. The the part where it says birds of January 2022 is not really aligned with the hashtag on top, and it's not necessarily aligned with the bird or the picture you have in there. um, how do you create a banner when you go on? I think when you go on the studio, if I'm not mistaken, they show you um, the size that you should be using. Um, I go check my email, Michael. Send me an email so I know where to reply. I'll send you a template. And all that I'm gonna send you is a blank picture showing this part here is what you see on TV. This part here is what you see on a cell phone, and this part here is what you see on the computer. Because depending on what browser or what device you're using, uh, the banner will look differently. So you want to make sure when you do your banner that it's done for all the devices. And the way the banner is done here, I mean, this part here might be cut on a cell phone, and this part here also. But I think if you look on a TV, there's only this part here that might be cut. So I don't remember just like that, but You know, it's all. That's why some people have a banner divided, like split in four, and they have four different elements in the banner, which is fine also because depending on the browser or the device, I keep saying browser, but depending on the device you're using, things are going to look differently. So, um, just to keep going here, Marilyn, I also find, especially this one here, the contrast is a little bit hard on the eyes. Like I said, if I look, it tastes like summer in the middle of winter. I understand why you did it. I can see that the colors represent the season, but it's a little bit hard to see. Um, and I mean, it looks good. Beside that, it looks good. You have a better alignment here, although um, the contrast can also be not necessarily with colors or size and stuff like that. Contrast can be applied to all the three elements above. Hi Tracy, how are you? Hope you're doing good. Contrast could be also the proximity, and this one here is a good example of what I mean. If you look at Longkeeper tomatoes, you wonder if it's aligned on, like, the size on the left and the size on top is the same one from the looks of it. You might want to change that just a little bit. Just maybe put Longkeeper tomatoes just a little bit lower so you have that contrast between, the spacing on top and the spacing on the left. Know what I mean? Michael, if you go on my about page, my email is there. It's remy.arsenault@gmail.com. And I have also, I think the one I use there is remsfamilyfarm@gmail.com. So you can use any of those two really. And I will send you the picture that I'm talking about. Um, Repetition, like I said, it's fine. The alignment, it's tough though when you have a circle like that. It's tough to make a good alignment because no matter what you do, it seems that you're never following the circle, or you're never, like, it's a little bit tougher to do the alignment on a circle like that, especially when the circle is in a corner, because then do you align with the corner or do you align with the circle? And like I said, if you have a reason for it, that's all. It's all good. Just need to make sure that you understand why and what you're doing. Um, Proximity, like I said, there's only this one here that I would put the text a little bit lower, and beside that, it's fine. I like the fact that you make a contrast with the main picture. That's also nice. Um, let's see if I can see some more. These ones are some of the first one you did. Um, Same with this one here. It's nice, but the text, I can't even see. I think it's flower love. The text might be hard to see if you look at the thumbnail. They I was on another live stream a while back, and the guy was doing pretty much the same thing I'm doing now, and he was saying that text in a thumbnail is not necessarily a good thing, but if it's written big enough and you can see it well, um, it can be useful. But this one here, I would I would change the color definitely, because the pink itself is not part of your branding. If you look at the logo, I mean, I know you did your logo after, so I'm just, was the first one I did not like me. All right, take care, Chris. But I'll check back after. All right. So if there's anyone that wants me to take a crack at your channel, I know Darren, you told me the other day to go ahead and check your stuff. If you want me to do it live, I'm not here to bring anyone down. I'm just giving a few tips with the crap cart park principle the way you want it. Hi, Zombie Prepper. Welcome to the chat. Hope you're doing fine. So yeah, in this one here, the red, the red is strong red. I might change. If I was you, I would probably change that color. But then again, it's your first couple of videos. That's fine. I mean, um, I noticed, Darren, though, that you changed your banner. There was something I was gonna talk about when I had a chance to talk to you, and you changed it. And if I'm not mistaken, I think I remember you telling me that your logo was done by a professional. Is that right? Um, I think I remember you saying that, or maybe I'm wrong. Okay, I'll do you after Tracy TN 141 Homestead. Um, yes. Okay. So when I look, if I look at the logo itself, I love it, and yeah, and you can see that it was done by a graphic designer, because if you look at the proximity, it's there. There's not too much. It's clean. It can breathe, and the spacing is perfect. If I look at the alignment, the fact that you have your horns going both ways, it shows that you probably want to have something like more centered, which is what you have. You have Le Havre de Thor Haven Farm. Everything is aligned in the center, and that's perfect with the logo you have right there. Hi, Annie. Welcome back. If I look at the repetition, um, that might be the only thing that I don't quite see a repetition. Might be the only thing that I don't see the elements in your logo, but I can still see, the two horns, the two lines on the T, the two lines on the H, the stripes. Totally makes sense. I It's a little bit more abstract, but it's there. I love the logo. Contrast once again. I mean, you have the text in blue. Both texts are the same color, so that's great. You have the two different horns in two different colors, and it's obvious that you know you're trying to show the horns, which it's you have to stay in the same. Like, I mean, you can't really put horns blue. That's what I don't know how I would say it, but it's two different browns, but it's different enough that you can see that it was done on purpose. So the logo itself, I love it. It's one of my favorite logos out there, to be honest. And it even looks good in a circle like this. But like I said earlier, that's a YouTube thing that we don't really have any control over. Um, your first banner had some information, a little bit more, um, you know, pitched here and there, if I may say it that way. Um, this one here, I noticed that you put your text aligned in the center in every square. If it was a poster, I would probably tell you not to do it that way in that specific case. But since it's on YouTube, different parts are not going to show necessarily on different device. That's fine. You probably had your reason to put it in the middle. It makes sense. Your whole branding is in the middle. Yeah. The only thing I had with the other one, well, there were two things with the other one. The first one was the alignments. You had text in like two or three different places, and they were not really aligned with each other. Each other. Sorry, but this one here, the only thing that I would change if it was me, and then again, um, it it looks better now. It's just the color of the text. But then again, since you changed the banner, it's better. I just when I look at it, I look at the logo and I look at the text, and that's the only thing that my eyes are struggling a little bit with. I'm wondering if the surrounding of the letters is the same blue as this one, because it's not obvious enough. But that's the only thing I would change if I was you regarding the banner. Um, the way you do your live streams, the thumbnails, I love it. You like I said earlier, um, you have the repetition of the same template. If I see one of your thumbnail in the middle of my list, my eyes will go there because I'm used to see this thumbnail. I'm used to see that type of thumbnail, that information or that design. Let's put it this way. Um, you have your logo that's repeating also. That's good. Um, I mean, you have your face on most of the logos. That's fine. That's fine. Um, Again, there's only the text. This one here has a different color. I don't know if it was done on purpose. Maybe it was. If it was, that's fine. Um, I only struggle with the text a little bit because, like this one here, planting tomato seeds. It's a light blue with white in the middle, and it's on top of a white background here. But that's all I would change if I was you. If just my honest opinion, that's all I would change really is the color of the text. And I mean, I'm not saying go back and change everything. That's not what I'm saying. Yeah, older videos have different color text. It might just be it maybe okay 8 months ago. Um, but if you want from now on, this is something you might consider. I mean, it's up to you. I'm doing this to help you guys. I'm not here to be a judge or anything. Um, but um, I haven't seen your website lately. I saw it a while back, but if the elements are repeated from your YouTube to your website, that's even better. I saw your website earlier today. I just don't remember. Um, I don't remember what it looked like. But anyway, it's not important. You guys get the point of repeating elements when you're doing some branding. Your Thorhaven Farm. This is your business. This is your branding. This is who you want your who you want to be. Like I'm Rem's Family Farm. I'm gonna be Rem's Family Farm. If I go on YouTube, I'm gonna have the same logo. If I go on Instagram, I'm gonna have the same logo. I'm gonna try to keep the same banner from one place to another. If I go on Facebook, I think hopefully my Facebook has the same. Let me check. I think I have the same banner if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I have the exact same banner um, on my Facebook. So see, there's an element of repetition going from one to another. Yes, we do need to work on the flow from YouTube to Facebook to our website. Yeah, and I mean, we're all busy. We all try to film, handle Facebook, handle our real life, family, friends. We want to do some activities. We don't always have time to sit in front of the computer and do some work. But sometimes, I redid the whole branding of my thumbnails. A couple of times actually. I started over and over, and at first I had selected a yellow that was a little bit too bright. You don't want to go in bright colors either, because for some reason, if you have like an aggressive color, you might not get the result that you want. But instant recognizable branding catches the eyes exactly. And um, that's one of the things that we do when we do the live streams also. We do live streams because if you talk about marketing, we like Darren was saying on our live Wednesday, you want to put yourself out there. You know you want to show yourself off. And by you don't necessarily need to go in front of everyone and say, hey, I'm here and I want to go in front of you and I'm the most important one in here. That it's not what that means. It's just basically, if you put your face out there, if you put your name out there. um, I mean, a year ago, most of you in the chat here probably didn't know who Back to Basics Homestead was, but now you do. Some of you became friends. She's on my live stream. She does her own live streams now. She's more involved in other people's live stream. Same thing for Marilyn, Little Homestead by the Beach, Tihan 141 Homestead at Thorhaven Farm. I feel like whenever I go on the live stream, I see Thorhaven Farm there. It's it's a good way to put yourself out there, a good way to do some branding, and you put yourself out there, people see your logo, people see your name. And that's the same thing with the whole branding thing. If they go on your website, if they go on your Facebook, if they go on your Instagram, they see your logo, they'll associate that logo to you right away, and it's a good thing. I mean, that's what you want. um, I don't know if you guys remember when Nike started. At first, it was the logo was Nike with a little check mark on top. As the years went by, at some point the check mark became the same size as the name. And then what's happening now? You don't even need to see the name. You know the check mark, you associate it with Nike right away. And that was like an amazing marketing branding design that was done right there. It's so simple, but yet everybody knows them. The same for McDonald's. You don't see the whole name anymore. You just need to see the big yellow M, and you know who that is. And that's the point of branding. All right. So, any questions regarding what I just said? Are you good, Darren? I don't think I was that bad. Was I? I'll go and do Tracy's. You give me the right to go and do it. T-Han 141 Homestead. Congratulations on the 350 subscribers, by the way, Tracy. So you have your logo. If, once again, that's just my opinion. You don't need to go crazy and change everything tonight because I said that. This is just my opinion. If I look at your logo, I know you're off grid. If that's what you want, that's fine. But I don't know who you are. You don't have a specific logo or image that represents you. I would probably change the color of the text because, once again, the contrast is the colors are a little bit aggressive on the eyes. But, that once again, that's just me. Um, you have dark colors. I see repetition. The color, the yellow is not that bad because I can see the yellow from the shirt. I don't know. I think that's probably Wendy right there. I see the Wendy's shirt. The color is the same as this part here, which is fine. That's some sort of a repetition by itself, and that's a good thing. The alignment. At first, when I looked quickly, I thought maybe it was aligned with, the person here because, the text is going that way. But then I think it's all aligned probably to the right, and you aligned it here because, this is the part that you see on the TV or on your cell phone maybe, which is fine. That's all fine. I would maybe just remove the text from the head here, just so because the person walking in the image is basically one of the two or three elements in the photo, and you don't want to put anything to hide, that element. But beside that, I mean, the colors are fine. If the colors repeat themselves, it's all good. And the red and yellow, like, it's a little bit hard on the eyes, but then again, it repeats itself everywhere. So that's good also. If I look at your live stream, I know it's you. That was us last week, 7 days ago. Then again, this one here, like I said, the contrast of the colors in the text is a little bit hard on the eyes. If I look at the thumbnail, I'm not sure I can see all the information that's written there. Um, this one here, contrast is way better. This one here, the contrast is better also. And you made it like a poster, everything a line in the middle. It makes it completely makes sense. Um, just be careful when you put some little animation at the beginning of your videos. Sometimes it hides your face. I noticed that in some of your videos. Just be careful because you don't want to be talking and like, I mean, if I come down here and I start talking like that, you don't see my face here. You see this box here. It's not really fun for the viewers. um, then again, I mean, it's not to be rude. I'm not trying to be negative about that. I'm just, helping you guys to understand what all this year is all about. Hi, Blinda and Chuck. How are you? Hope you guys are doing okay. Um, I love this one here. This thumbnail it's simple. It breathes. It breathes well. Um, you have the image of what you're showing off. You have your face there. Because your branding is part of you, and you are part of your branding. So if you put your face there, and I didn't even worry about that at first. It's actually Hanny that told me, you should put your face more in your thumbnails, and I started doing it. And as much as I don't like my face, I mean, we're always hard on ourselves. But as much as I don't like my face, I find that the thumbnails look better now. Um, if I, oh, not what I wanted to do. Just a sec. you know, I look at the thumbnails. Like I said, I'm not Brad Pitt there. I know I'm not the best looking guy, but I feel like I'm not so bad on the thumbnails. Um, I mean, I don't always put my face. Yeah, I find the face thing hard too. Yeah, it's just because it's ourselves. We see ourselves and we always see all the bad about it because it's us. Someone might see my face and say, "Hey, that guy has nice blue eyes." Who knows? My girlfriend tells me I have nice eyes, so um, I just try to put my face a little bit more, and like even this one here, um, this is not taken from the video. I was walking in the cutting and I didn't see anything, and then I took my picture, removed the background. I used Photoshop. Um, I removed the background, and then you know I put it on top of the picture of the thumbnail, I should say. But see, I don't always have my face on everything. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's not. Um, this one here, I was visiting a house that was for sale. Um, you know, and like I said, I don't always follow those four elements myself. I mean, I'm not perfect. Someone could look at my stuff. If my college teacher, looked at my stuff, maybe he would do the same thing as this little one here. Maybe he would cry. But I try to do at least a little bit of the basics. I try not to put everything just jammed together. And you know, anyone else wants to get toasted? Try to take my picture of my thumbnails as I film my clips. Yeah, that's something I try to do a little bit more lately. But it's there. I had to block another one. Yeah, I was wondering the program everyone uses. Um, I started even when you look at videos on how to properly do the YouTube thing, they often tell you that you should have your thumbnail ready, your idea ready and done before you even start doing the video. Um, you know, the spammers are hard tonight. Um, the video I did with my seeds is actually the first one, or no, the ones I did with my books is actually the first one I did before I did the video. That's the first and only thumbnail I've done before I made the video. It's hard to do, but I think that it helps you be a little bit more prepared. Was wondering what program everyone uses. I use Photoshop, but that's only because I purchased the software when I had my business back in 2005. It's out of date, but I still do. I can still do what I want with it, so I still keep it. Um, and for my editing software, I just use Film Fourth. I was looking at the reviews today, and everyone keeps saying that it's the best free software out there, like in terms of being very simple and easy to use. But I mean, everyone's got their own, and I try to have a general idea of the video and the thumbnail before I film. I try to do that too, um, but sometimes I do some fishing and hunting videos, for example. So those are hard to plan ahead. I mean, if I could go and tie a moose up to a tree, it'd be pretty easy, and I could probably take a picture before I go. But it's not the way it works. But I film with my iPhone, and I'll always have my phone on me. And sometimes it just happens. I'm somewhere, something's going on. I film. Sometimes I don't post it. Sometimes I do. I might do a little short, or include it in a longer video at some point. But um, I find that it's hard to do a video when you do things like that. But if you go and you know that you're going outside to talk about tomatoes, I think it's a lot easier. I'll put the camera down a little bit. I think it's a lot easier because you're going to talk about tomatoes. You know how to plant the tomatoes. You know how to grow tomatoes. You know what you want to tell about tomatoes. You know what I mean? That it's a little bit easier, I guess. I always forget while filming and remember while editing. Yeah, I do the same mistake too. Sometimes you can just go and grab with YouTube, Tubebuddy in Studio. You can grab um, part of the video and put that as a thumbnail. I do that a lot, probably more than I should, but I know it works. So as long as you have a good quality in your video, I guess um, it's fine. My click through rate went way up when I started making my thumbnail before the filming. I got lazy recently though. Oh yeah, it'd be nice to try. I guess I should try that too. Um, yeah, I don't know. I don't know the logic behind it really, except that you do something that you can maybe prepare yourself better for what you're about to do. I don't know. You do that sometimes. You mean forget the pictures while you're filming, or and then you end up editing and you realize that you didn't take any pictures. Yeah, Annie uses Canva for all her graphic designs. I think they're pretty good too, from what I can see. Um, yeah, thumbnails Canva is probably one of the best out there. I know you have to pay, but everything is through a subscription right now. So, and Cyberlink Power Director, I've never heard of that software. I'll have to look into it. Canva thumbnail and edit shortcut. Hi, Bluegrass Bound. How are you? Hope you're doing fine. Um, Hopefully, if people go back to watch my video, they'll watch the first maybe 45 minutes where I was explaining, um, the I say park because that in French, it's written PARC, but I guess if you want to laugh, you can call it the principle or the carp principle. P for proximity, the spacing between elements. A for alignments, how to align your stuff. R for repetition, repeat yourself, repeat your branding, repeat your image, repeat your logo, repeat the colors, repeat the text. Try to keep the same fonts from one thumbnail to another if possible. And the contrast, C for contrast. Contrast, you basically you have to be sure if two things are supposed to be different, if two elements are supposed to be different, text size, text color, uh, you know, make sure that it's obvious. Those are the main points of what I was trying to teach today. Thumbnails is to make the audience curious and click. Then the title as to make the viewer even more curious. Yeah, that's what they say when you take any any courses from YouTube or any, if you watch any of their videos, that's what they say. Um, so of course you want to have a thumbnail that looks professional and that's easy to read. I find that if I see a thumbnail that's too hard to read, chances are I won't even worry about video itself, even if the video was the best video ever made, unless it's someone I know, because I support my friends and I watch videos, and regardless of what your thumbnail looks like, I'm gonna go and watch. But if it's someone I don't know, if I see the thumbnail and it doesn't look good, I'm probably not gonna click. I think it just makes you think about the video more all around. Yeah, maybe it could be that you're more focused on what you want to talk about, because one of the issue I have is when I start filming and when I start talking in general, I can be talking about something and then go that way, and suddenly, oh, I have to come back to my main subject. This was probably the toughest part when I was teaching in college. I would start talking about something, giving an example, and this is happening because of this, and an example of this is this, and then it was like 5 6 stories later, and okay, I have to come back to my main focus. So I guess doing the thumbnail before would maybe help me with that problem. You got it right, Tracy. Looking forward to checking out your guitar picking video. Oh, that's gonna be nice. Okay, this is not for me. Mainly doing it to help some people around and inquire about it. Cool. I have a guitar. I play guitar. I've been playing for 15 years, and all I can do is the same old basic strummings. I've never had a chance to learn some more. Man, the spams tonight are bad. My thumbnails is my downfall. I think it's probably not only you, and it's probably like It's not that bad. Um, nothing is really that bad. It's just that we have to, like I said, we have to work, whether it's a full-time job or work on the homestead. We have to film while doing it, so it takes a little bit more time every time we do a project. We come inside. We have to cook supper. I get back from work. It's supper, then it's shower, and then spend time with the kids and the family, or I might have something to do on YouTube, and then I try to go up and put the kids to bed and spend some time with my girlfriend, since Thor is gonna beat me up if I don't. um, and time goes by too fast that you don't always have time to come and sit and fix your thumbnails. I know it's hard. That's probably one of the reasons why they say that you should do your thumbnails before. So you take time to do your thumbnails properly, and then when you have time, you can go and do your video. But that's not always the way it happens. Haney's trying to get them as well. Thank you. there's a better way. Yeah. Um, I'm kind of lost in my thoughts here. I'm not exactly sure um, what better way we're talking about, but I guess it might be about all the thumbnails and all we've been talking about. But you have real informed content and that helps. Yeah, I mean, once you get your audience, if they like what you're doing, they're gonna stay. Um, the branding is more to go get the new ones. By being here in the chat tonight, you might get some new followers. Hopefully, all the people I see here have amazing channels. I try my best to follow each and every one of you. Um, I'm, I lack time sometimes, but you know, you all have great channels, and we can all learn from each other. So hopefully, everyone here can just follow each and every one, and it'd be great. Thumbnail: if you have a hard time, try to take a picture of the general subject of your video. Yeah, if you take a picture of your tomato plant before you transplant it outside, it's already a good start. Um, eh, like sometimes it could be hard. Of course, if you go, I mean, Tracy, you were doing a video on how you were, getting stuck in your driveway, and you keep saying that as long as people have a good laugh, it's all good. And I mean, that's probably why you did that video, because you knew people would laugh at you, especially your family. I laugh too, especially I know when that happens to me. I know all the swearing words want to come out, and they do. And seeing someone else going through the same thing, I guess it was a little bit more funny when it was you than when it was me. But that's the kind of example that it's hard to do a thumbnail before, because you didn't know you were gonna get stuck. Because if you did, you probably wouldn't have gone there, right? So, you're welcome. I don't know if it was a thanks for me or for Live with Linda and Chuck, but anyway, uh, I made a brand for my thumbnail to make my life easier, and then add my general picture. Yeah, that's that's the way I try to go about it too. I mean, if you have some basics, if you have a template at least, even if it's an easy one, it might save you time in the long run, because you'll know, okay, I'll put a background of a picture of what I was doing, and then I'll take a picture of myself while I'm doing it, and then I can incorporate those two together with the template of that I made before. Part method sounds like it will help a lot. I'm glad that's the point. I'm hoping that it can help all of you. Is my image blinking, or is it just me? I feel like when I look at myself in StreamYard, there's like the light is flashing. I don't know. Sharing, you like sharing your frustration? I don't know if I would love doing that. Sometimes for people living in Quebec, you know how Martin, yeah, he does some of those little uh, short videos of himself, trying to fix a toilet. He takes like 2 weeks to fix the toilet because he keeps breaking them. Well, that's me. He keeps breaking the toilets. He always has to go back to the store, and he makes up this story. Oh, I decided to put that toilet in the camp, so I'm here to buy a new one for the house. And then he has to go back again because he broke the toilet again. And yeah, that would be me. That's the kind of stuff I would do. I tried to install a door in my bedroom, and I had to go back to get another door because yeah, same thing happened to me. I still forget sometimes to add a shot for my thumbnails. We all do. Um, it's starting to come in my mind a little bit more, by repetition, repeating it to myself. Before I do a video, I try to, take at least one picture of what I intend to do. I was flashing, eh? I don't know what was going on. It just started right away, and I guess kind of blinky, yeah. So I don't know. It's not my light. I'm looking at my light right there. It's not doing that. So it might be my camera. Maybe my camera is about to let go. I don't know. Hoping not. Some flashing, yes. Okay, little blink. Thank you, Ram. Man, the spams are hard tonight. Too funny. The more I try to fix, the more I break. Exactly. See, it's flashing again. I don't know what's going on. Those spams, I tell you. Um, well, at least if they're in here, they might they might be giving some watch time. Who knows? Um, yeah, I'm like that too, Tracy. The more I try to fix, the more I break. Thank you, Haney, reporting the account. I don't know, I mean, why they think I'm even be interested in that kind of stuff. I constantly forget thumbnail pics. Yeah, and now it's gonna be easier to forget because you'll be thinking about the part method. You'll be taking your picture and wondering, okay, am I aligned properly? Am I doing things well? Is my logo at the right place? If I put myself in the picture this way, then it means I have to put something here, and that kind of stuff. Um, for the tomato, I took the picture after with snow and tomatoes and mittens and things going at the back that I did not want someone else to see. It was hard. Yeah, it it's always there's always something about everything that we do that we don't like. But like Darren said, yeah, Wednesday, you have to accept it. You have to put it out there anyway. And I mean, of course, if you look at something that you really don't like and you know you have time to change it, you can go ahead and change it. Um, but I mean, don't lose sleep over it. And I hope that you're looking at my video and you won't be scared, or you won't go crazy tonight when going to bed thinking, oh my god, I need to change everything, I need to do this, I need to do that. um, what's done is done. What's in the past is in the past. Just trying to give you some tips, little pointers. Some other graphic designers might do things differently, but I like that method. It's easy to remember. Proximity, alignment, repetition, contrast. um, I'm guessing proximity, alignment, and contrast are the most important one. But then again, when it comes to branding, the repetition is the one that's going to put you out there and make people remember you. Uh, is there anyone else that wants me to take a look at their channel and see if I have any tips and pointers on things I would change? Not necessarily things I would change, but things I might do differently. Try to take it before you film. Yeah. Um, yes, you can go back and change the thumbnail after it was already published. If you use YouTube Studio, um, let's see, is that what I have here? Okay, well, I'm got scared for a second. I thought I lost everything. Okay, let's just share my screen again. So I don't know if you use the YouTube Studio, but this is my studio. You can go on any thumbnail here, click on details, and then once you get here, you can either change a thumbnail by selecting one that's provided to you by YouTube, or you can create a thumbnail if you have TubeBuddy. TubeBuddy allows you, and it's free. You can use TubeBuddy for free. Um, I I am using the pro version because it was so cheap. I think it was $2 per month, and I think it was like $20 when I took it for the year. So it's one payment of $20, and they gave me all kind of extra tags that I can use. So I find it very, very helpful. And since I started doing this and adding more tags to my stuff, to my videos, I find that I get I'm being watched a little bit more, so there is a difference. And yeah, you could click create thumbnail, and you can take a picture from a video frame, just a solid color or existing image or a thumbnail. I could go here, change something, and click continue, and eventually save it. I like to download them also. I'll put that back here so I don't lose that stuff. There you go. I try to download my thumbnails just because sometimes the way that it's done, the way that the software is done, you might be changing some other stuff after you change your thumbnail, and for some reason, you might lose your thumbnail. So if you do it that way, um, download your thumbnail when you're done so you can put them back on. No, Annie, I did not look at yours. I don't want to do anything if you guys don't feel comfortable doing it. So it's just, hi, Homestead Aquarius. Welcome to the chat. Thanks for being here. TubeBuddy is great with SEO. Yes, it is. And the thing is, it's not that expensive. $2 a month is something that mostly everyone can afford, And if you want to help get your channel out there, I think they help a lot with, especially with the tags. They give you some tips on things you should do also. The free version is good. If you just want to go with the free version, it's pretty good. The more you pay, the more things you get. I would suggest that you start with the free version, get used to it, and then if you feel that you need to have a little bit more, you can go and look at what they're offering for the price and decide from there. I would like advice on my channel. All right, I'll go and I'll do yours, Michael Sharp. That's not yours. Let's see. There's a lot of Michael Sharps out there. I think I can grab it from here. Just a sec. Do I have to do that first? No, I can't do it here. No. Just give me a second. It won't be long. Where is it? Here. Go to channel. There. Okay, just a second. Okay, went on the other page. All right. I would definitely put a banner. It helps to give life to your channel. Like we've seen on the other channels I had before. It seems more alive to have a banner. You can put a picture of your homestead or your garden, as long as it represents what you have, and as long as it's easy to see what it is. I don't know if you plan on putting a logo. Uh, I might think of creating a logo if I was you, but then again, that's just me. If you want to stay with your picture, that's fine also. Um, you have a bunch of shorts. Your pictures are clear. Um, this one here is the one that you have text: carpet cleaning using an industrial strength power. I would probably change the text or put it in a way that it's easier to see the text, because right now, um, I don't know if you know what I mean, but the way that the text is going here, it's white. You have white here, and the text is not the main focus, and it's hard to see. You have a lot of short videos, so those are not really affected by the graphic designs. Um, even this one here, the text. I gotta say, I really don't like flashy colors, but then again, that's just me. But I find that it's hard to see. This one here also. Um, I prefer have nothing than have flashy colors or text that's hard to read. This one here is easy to see. That looks almost like mine, almost the same as my background. But you have a black background with white text. That's easy to see. This one here is fine. Um, I would probably work on doing a branding if I was you. If that's what you want to do. I mean, if you want to do some videos and have fun, it's all good too. Like it's fine. But if you want to go ahead and get more subscribers, more people to follow you, it's more to get new people to come to your channel. By being here today, people see you, people see your channel, people see what you do. They're gonna probably hopefully follow you. But that's all about branding. That's all about putting yourself out there. Uh, Make a logo, even if it's just simple. You can use Canva, or if you don't want to pay, there's probably some free software out there where you can just go and make a small, easy logo, and make it your own and brand it after. Like, make sure that people see it. Make sure you put it everywhere. If you have a Facebook page, if you have a Instagram page, put it out there. Help people see who you are. All right, I'll go on Annie's basic homestead. I know you did a lot of changes on your stuff too, and see, it's kind of unfair because I've already spoke to you about all that stuff, but as you can see, the banner, it, the proximity, it breathe. It's breathing. The spacing is there. It's not bunched up together like there's a lot of space. Uh, you have things aligned in the center. It's hard when you have curvy designs, and that's good. I'm not saying it's wrong. It's hard to have the perfect alignment. The only thing I see in your text here is a contrast because you have, well, this one is the same as this one, but you have at least three different fonts in your banner in the same spot. This is one of the things I would change. But beside that, I mean, you have, the colors are coming in both places. I know you have a logo. You have your logo on your thumbnails. Okay, I know you like your picture because of the A from Haney, and that's perfect because people know it's you. People are used to see that photo, and they can associate the channel with you. Um, when I look at your thumbnails, I love it. Uh, it's simple, it's clean. You have a specific thumbnail for your videos. You have another one for your live streams. Um, you know, it's just perfect. You have a good contrast with the colors. You stayed um, in the green colors a little bit. Uh, there's a little text error here. Up date. There's a letter too much. Uh, it might not be a big deal to change, but um, yeah, if someone sees your thumbnail in a playlist somewhere, because we all try to do challenges, we all try to help each other out. So I might have a playlist of the most popular video of all my friends, for example, in the future. um, Once they get to your thumbnail, someone that knows you will know that it's you. So once again, you're creating that link in people's mind to go and check your video because they know your thumbnail. If you go on the homepage, where you get all the recommended videos, all the different uh, videos that you're subscribed to, the channels you're subscribed to. If there's one that you have in mind that you see in the page, your eyes are going to go right there, and you're going to look at that specific image because it's something that and your eyes are going to go right there right away. Um, yeah. Beside that, I mean, I love it. You have your logo. If I had a picture of your logo, I could go bigger on your logo. I would show it. I love it. It's a circle, but then again, the chicken is kind of. I don't want to be mean to your chicken, but the chicken is kind of a like a fat round chicken. So the fact that everything is all around it, you made your logo circle and you put your text in circle around it. That's perfect. The alignment has a purpose in that situation because of the way that the logo is made. And I've told you before, I love the design that you've done here. The way you put your face in the videos. You try to also even like we know that you have a garden homesteading channel, and it's easy to see because the green is coming often. I see green on almost all of your thumbnails. Well, I see green on all your thumbnails I see there. And see, once again, you have, there might just be this one here, but it's not a big deal. It's just you have green here, you have, uh, well, maybe not this one either, but you know what I mean. The green is coming often, so it's a good thing. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the chat now. A bunch of people saying hello. I couldn't figure out the free version, how to use it. Okay, the Tubebuddy. You can probably. Oh, jeez. I keep hitting my knee on the thing down there. So you probably figure it out by now. If you don't, send me a message after, and we can have a chat, and I can show you some basics. But I'm pretty sure you're good at it now. I like the best practices TubeBuddy has on the YouTube Studio. Yeah, I love it too. I mean, it's so easy to understand. I mean, they show you how to put your tags, your hashtags, your how you should put your titles. You should have your title in your description and stuff like that. There, it's simple, but it's amazing. Some more spam. Bunch of people saying hello. They're keeping the mods busy tonight for sure. Great job, moderators. I think I might do next time. I might do the same thing Darren is doing on his live streams. You got to be subscribed for at least 5 minutes before you can comment. Not an official mod, but happy to help. Uh, I don't really mind Hanny. The ones that I put as mods are people I trust. Um, I mean, I trust some other people too, but these people, I know you guys are most of the time following me. So even if you're not there for that specific reason, go ahead. That face is not lovable. You talking about mine? Makes sense. Keep reporting them. Yeah. Thank you. Hey, homestead where it is. You can figure out YouTube Studio for editing. It takes a while, but you know, once you're used to editing softwares for videos and photos, everything is almost everything is almost all the same after a while. If I used to work with Adobe Premiere, Premiere Pro, and Film Forth is pretty much the same. It's built the same way, where you go and you cut your videos, and you can zoom in to select a specific part of your video to remove it. And I find it's the same thing with all the image or the photos software, where once you know the first one, they're pretty much all the same. Editing, there are other software that are easier. Yeah, I don't know them all. I can't really name them all. I use the ones that I'm used to because I had a business and I had to buy one, and I needed a professional one. And back in the days, those were the ones that we were taught in college also. So I stayed with those. Movavi, that's probably for editing videos. Never heard about that one. Canva is a free version, but the only thing I would use Canva for is, to do like Um, I'm gonna go again here, but to do this thing here, to put my photos in the thumbnail, because it's one thing to take a photo, but when the way I do it now is I go in Photoshop, I open the photo, and I have to, basically uh, select every little tiny bits of colors in the background. Let's say I took a picture of myself right now. I would have to go and remove the black that you see here, remove the white that you see here. I would need to remove the red that you see here. I would need to remove all those colors, and then I would come to the like around my face, and I would have to go and cut everything here, and it can take me like 2 hours to do, just for one picture, just so I can take my face and my shoulders, or my body, if I want to put my whole body in the picture, and then put it over my thumbnail. Canva offers that, but not on the free version. But that's the best thing I like about Canva. But then again, that's just me. If anyone uses it for free and it does what you want to do, um, my teenage son told me it was a good one. Okay, kids now know more about that stuff than we do. I know my kids do. Can I make a logo using TubeBuddy? No, you can't. I don't think you can. If you can, you might be able to do. I think you can do templates for your thumbnails. Sorry, I keep yawning. It's not because I'm tired. It's not because it's boring. I know I try to hide myself whenever I go on a live stream, but it's just the air, the way I'm breathing. It's just all screwed up in here. So, if you wanted to do a logo, I think Canva would probably be your best option. I don't know. Maybe Annie, you can answer that question if Canva is free when it comes to making a logo or stuff like that. It's two fonts, but I will go check again. Yeah, it might just be the size. Maybe it's just the size, because I can see that Back to Basic Homestead is the same as Gardening, Preserving, Inspiring in terms of the font you're using. But it might just be the size. Maybe if you put it a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller, one or the other. I don't know if you want to put your name bigger, or the bottom part bigger. That's a huge tomato. Yeah. Is it a tomato in your picture, Annie? Or I think it might be an apple. No, it's tomato. Yeah. Such great work, Annie. Yeah. I she worked hard on her thumbnails lately. I'm proud of my student. No, she's better than me. I'm jealous of what she can do. Canva is pretty good for that kind of stuff, actually. From what I see, most of the people that use this Canva, they do great. The typo was in one of your video. I think it's a lat. Oh, sorry, I didn't want. It's here in the title of your video. Uh, I'm there talking and I'm not even showing, but it's here. It says update, but there's a T before the D and the A. Another one here. It's probably already blocked. It was my first ever harvest basket. Nice. Okay. How you doing, brother? Okay, that's not for me. Tubebuddy's always asking me if I'm sure I want to put this thumbnail. Yeah, why? Yeah. Well, it's like every other thing you do. The computer's always asking, "Are you sure? Are you sure?" I clicked apply, didn't I? Yeah, yeah. Like I clicked yes like 5 times. Sometimes you go on a website, you click something. Are you sure you want to go there? You click yes, and then once you get there, are you sure you don't want to go back? I don't want to go back. I'm here. I I don't edit. My son does it, and now it's not around much. I try to make all my recent videos 8 minutes, so I don't have to edit. If I use Film Fourth, I don't know if you have Mac or PC. Um, I'm more than happy anytime you can send me an email. We can set up some time for just you and I on Skype or Teams or Facebook Live, whatever, and I can share my screen and show you the basics of software you're going to use if I've used it before. It's really not hard to do once you get to know it, but it's just there's sorry there's always a couple of things that you might want to add in there or do differently, and you know you can add text, you can add music, you can add um, video on top of the other video. You can add some elements, and um, it might be easy to show you if you ever want to see why 8 minutes. I don't know about you guys. I guess I can ask you the question: what do you guys think is a good length for a video? I try to go. I'd say 8 minutes is what I try to go also, because I find when you get past 10 minutes, it starts to be a little bit long. And if you go before 8 minutes, I find it to be a little bit too short. And I don't know. I think YouTube has a way of doing things that the longer your video is, the more it gets thrown out there. But then again, if it's not long enough, if it's too long, I mean, people get tired and quit before the end, and it might be a bad thing. So I don't know. Thanks, Glenn. I don't really like YouTube editor. I only use it if I need blur. Yeah, I know it's there. I haven't used it yet, except for I think I was flagged at some point for one of the song I had, but I was using music from my software, which I'm not doing anymore. YouTube offers you a list of songs that are, free that you can use, and you're allowed to download them. So I went through all the songs that I could find that were matching what I was looking for, and after listening to them, I downloaded them on a folder, and now I know that all my background music are there, all my pump up music are in that folder, and all the movies, intense music are in the specific folder, and I know where to get them. So that's how I try to go. Um, the GoPro splits up video after around 8 minutes, and I don't know how to merge them into one video. Yeah, if you use a software to do the editing, it's pretty easy. Once again, um, just send me an email whenever you're free. We'll see what I can. I'll see what I can do if I'm not working, and if I'm not doing anything, any activities with the kids, or around the farm. I'll take I don't mind taking 5-6 hours if I have to. Um, I'll show you an easy software. I'll show you how to install it, and uh, hopefully we can help you go on with that, because like I said, it's easy when you get to do it a couple of times, but for someone who's never done it, I mean, I get that it might be scary. You're lucky you got fluffy snow. Here was a big storm and snow was bad. Canva, okay, Canva can make it for your logo. All right, so I'm guessing I'm far behind in the chat. Nice. I keep looking at other people's live stream, and I keep being not jealous, but I'm always wondering, when is this going to happen to me? Where I'm late in the chat. So that means I still have to go a couple of uh, texts before I can go. So it keeps me here longer, and I don't have to think about what I'm going to say to as much. There's a new word here still. I think that's pretty much what we got here. About a foot of snow, easy. It seems the more we shovel, the more snow comes back. I have bad winds, bad gusts here. The wind is bad, and it keeps pushing the snow back in my face whenever I try to shovel. So I hate the winter so much. I just use Canva to make thumbnails and only use that as that is what my daughter showed me. Yeah, I mean, how can I say that? My dad asks me often how to do stuff on the computer, and to me, that stuff is easy. But then again, I have to ask my 8-year-old son how to do stuff on my phone because he's more used to do those things than I am. And sometimes my dad won't understand what I'm trying to tell him, what I'm trying to teach him. And just before I get mad, I remember that, he taught me how to use a spoon and a fork at some point when I was a kid. So, um, you know, don't worry if you don't know how to use the software. The invitation goes for you also. If you want me to show you some stuff, some basic stuff, um, you know, there's a lot of videos out there that show how to do it. But if you're a person that needs one-on-one, it'd be my pleasure to do it. I want to help people do the best they can with YouTube thumbnails. That's why I did that today, to give you a couple of tips. And I'm not the best at video editing, but if I can give you some ways to do it, at least you're not stuck. I would like to find a camera that doesn't split them up. Um, this is my camera right here, iPhone 12. Uh, the the cell phones nowadays are so good at capturing high quality video. If you have a phone, you can just use that. I don't know what you have available around you, but my son Austin helps me a lot. Good, cool, and it's fun. It's fun that you can do this as a family activity. Also, um, my kids don't really get involved on the YouTube side of it. They'll come in my video once in a while. Um, it's yeah, I've been on for 2 hours now. I participated in a challenge, few rolls down challenge or whatever it's called. Darren from Thorhaven Farm was in that challenge also. Might be why I don't see him commenting as much. Um, they were supposed to announce the winners tonight, about 15 minutes ago. So I don't know if I won or not, but that's the only video that my daughter accepted to do with me. And I mean, I'm proud of what that video ended up being, the one where she sings. I find that she sings so well that I don't understand why she doesn't do it more. But can't force her. I mean, she doesn't want to do it. She's not going to do it. I don't suggest asking on Facebook for people to make logos for free. They got mad. Some were downright rude. My nephew made my first one for me. Yeah, it's a tough one because as a graphic designer, it can take to properly do the job, it can take at least 10 hours of work to come up with a good idea of a logo. And when someone's getting paid $50 an hour to do something for free, I I I mean, it don't need to be mean. I would never get mad. I would never be mean. I can help you. I don't mind. Like, one of the reasons I stopped doing websites and graphic designs is because of all the softwares that are there today. There's no point in me going to make a logo and stuff like that. Any use Canva, and their stuff is way better than mine. Um, there's no use in me. I can't sell a website to a client when I don't believe in what I'm selling. And with Facebook, the way Facebook is a program right now, it's way easier for a business to just go and make a Facebook page. They get way more visibility. They can pay for their advertising right there on Facebook. They can just share it from one friend to another. It was getting hard for me to believe in what I was selling, so that's why I stopped. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm here today doing this because I want to help as much people as I can, and I'm hoping, there's between 10 to 20 people in here during the night. I'm hoping that at least you guys got something out of it. Um, I mean, like even for you, Tracy, if you want to come and have a chat someday, um, on Facebook or whatever, send me a message. If I'm free, it'll be my pleasure to sit down and, do some sketches or do some brainstorming. And, that's the best thing to do is try to think about what you want to do in your logo. What do you want your logo to represent? If you want your logo to represent the half grid life, try to think about what half grid means to you. Do some drawings, even if it's just, on a piece of paper like this. Um, Even if it doesn't look good, it doesn't have to look good when you're brainstorming. Just go ahead, do something, um, and then you look at your your brainstorming, all the things that you've done on paper, and look at the ones that you like the most. And from there, if you have 2 3 ideas, try to develop those 2 or 3 ideas, and then you'll come with a couple more ideas, and from there you can decide which one you want. No problem, Hanny. My pleasure. You'll need some form of video editor. Just yeah, and like I said, um, I use Film Fourth. Most people here use some other ones. There's so many great video editing softwares out there. They're pretty easy to use too. It's just a matter of sometimes getting your hands dirty on the computer side. That was not for me, but I'm ready to start seeds in a couple of days. Also, hopefully, I can start tomorrow if I get my money in my bank account. Your GoPro should have a setting where you can set it for record longer. Sometimes it might depend on um, the SD card you put in. I don't know. I've never used a GoPro. I've had one once that my buddy let me borrow, but I ended up not using it. Perfect, great. It'll be my pleasure to help you as much as I can. Under 10 minutes for me. Okay, so that's I try to go to me. I think 10 minutes, between 8 and 10 minutes is a perfect time. But then again, that's just me. Some other people go longer. Some other people go shorter. Um, for some reason, I find that my longer videos, even if they're more boring, they give me more watch time. So depending on where you are on your YouTube channel, depending on what you want to do, I'm not saying make a boring video on purpose, but if you have a video that you find that it's a little bit more boring than the others, and you feel like removing it, if I was you, I would leave it there. At the end, when you get your 1,000 subscribers, you need some watch time. People might go and watch those videos again, or for the first time, maybe to help you out. I don't have time to watch 30-minute videos. I have time to watch 3 videos of 10 minutes. Totally agree with that. My buddy Serge um, usually keeps saying the same thing to me. You get back from work, you might have 10 minutes before supper, you'll sit down and watch a video. Um, Unless it's someone that I follow religiously, uh, videos that are too long are videos that are going to stay longer in my notification list. Um, I mean, like I said the other day, one of my favorite YouTuber is Simple Living Alaska. They make 30-35 minute video. I love watching them, but I have to, uh, you know, to put things in perspective here. I can't come back from work and watch their video before supper. I don't have time to watch their video before I go in the shower. And sometimes by the time I go to bed, I want to spend some time with my girlfriend. I don't necessarily put a video of them on at that moment. If they put 2 videos a week, that's an hour of my week that I have to sit down. And I love watching them. I love it. Uh, you know, Sometimes what I end up doing is when I'll take a bath, relax in the bath, and watch a little bit of the video here and another part of the video tomorrow. And I find sometimes that's the best way to go. Hello, Abundant Hakers Homestead. Welcome to the chat. I've been talking too much. My voice is about to let go. I need to learn how to edit a photo, like what you did, Rem, for tonight's live. This was all done. Let me check my thumbnails just so I can remember what I did. Um, yeah. Okay. So the video there. Let me go on my channel again, and I will show you. So you're talking about that thumbnail here. So the background image is one of that comes for free with Tubebuddy, or I think it's Tubebuddy. Um, I made a template. Whenever I make thumbnail, you always see this the exact, perfectly the same um, little banner on the right side. Um, the photo here I did with Photoshop. It's a tool that's called Magic Wand, but like I said, it takes a while. You have to select different colors, then you delete them, and then I have to select, like when I get closer to my body, my face. Sometimes I have to go and take the pencil, like not the pencil, but I mean the pen tool in Photoshop, and just try to go around. And there's a lot of undos. Try again. Sometimes I'll slip. I'll miss my shot. I have to undo, go again, try to get that curve right. Um, Canva does it for you. If money is not an issue for you, um, you know, Canva is probably the best way to go. Don't forget the thumbs up. Thank you, Annie. That's right. I haven't seen how many thumbs up I have. I don't even know how well it's going. Um, Thank you very much. My internet stinks, so I can't do too long videos because it takes hours to upload just 20 minutes. It reminds me of the dial-up connection we had back in the days. But sometimes, I mean, if you live off grid, or if you live far from city, internet tends to be a little bit worse. I'm lucky here. I actually saved $70 on my bill, on my monthly bill for a year, because I decided to go up a notch in my internet speed connection. So, uh, yeah, it sucks, but sorry, we got dusted last night, but pretty much melted off. Lucky we're still under the snow here. I'm gonna stay under the snow for a while, I think. Wow, 3 or 4 videos. Um, it takes a while for my videos also, but then again, I'm monetized, so it doesn't take that long to put the video up. But it's after that the video is up, it takes a while for like YouTube to process the video and to check everything out, and um, that's probably what takes the longest. The old computer behind me used to take like almost an hour to export the video, and then it would take another, 20 minutes just to upload, and then another 2 or 3 hours for the processing and checking and all that stuff. The new computer I'm on right now, I do an export of my video, and it takes about 5 minutes, if not less. So it makes a big, big, big difference. Now I have more time to spend on my thumbnails and my, branding. It took 6 hours today. Wow. The longer the video, the longer the editing. I like my editor and know most of the shortcuts, but the faster the better. It's yeah, I can't disagree with that, but at the same time, if you are to make a video that you can keep your audience interested for the whole video, it's even better. You know what I mean? If you have a 20 minutes video and it's action from start to finish, is probably even better than you know having a 2 minutes video where you try to hurry up to do things. And yeah, I don't have, like, I mean, I'll give you an example of what I was told 2 years ago. Well, last year or the year before, I was telling my brother that I was on YouTube, and I was trying to learn and teach how I do my garden. And his answer was, I don't like that because I feel like we're helping the competition. And I'm like, what competition? There's no competition. I'm not competing with anyone here. Um, you know, Other people's success should not mean that I have to be jealous or bad. I look at Quebec Homestead. Mallory exploded in the last year, and I am very happy for her. At some point, I was almost at the same amount of subscribers she had, and boom, she exploded. I'm happy for her. Good. If I could do the same thing for everyone here, I'd be happier than ever. I keep telling Henny that she's gonna, you know, surpass me in the very near future, and I hope she does. I'm not here to yes, we all want to do a little bit of money. What's that blink? I don't know if it's it has to be my webcam or it's StreamYard itself. I don't know. Um, yeah, if I can help all you guys to make it out there, make better branding and make better thumbnails and stuff like that, it's even better for me. We all do YouTube. For fun, for documenting what we do, documenting our journey. If we make money, at some point we all want to make money, but if I end up making $100 a year and you end up making $10,000 a year, I mean, I didn't lose anything, so I don't see why I shouldn't be helping as much as I can. Spring will be here, folks. Have faith. I have faith, but I'm tired of the winter. I hate it so much. She did a great job. Tell her we want more. Man, those spams tonight. um, any thoughts on an easy, not super expensive host or whatever for building a website? Uh, there's an advertising about one that I see lately. I don't remember the name. It depends on what you want to do. Um, a, a good Facebook page, a good Facebook business page can do the same thing. You can sell depending on what you want to sell because, of course, um, Facebook doesn't allow you to sell animals and stuff like that. But um, if your goal is not to sell animals and stuff like that, Facebook is a very, very, very good option. Um, that's why I'm not doing websites anymore. Like I said earlier, I'm trying to think. I know there's one, and I have like the letter S in my head. It starts with an S. Stinks, not stings, steaks, whatever, something like that. But there's, what's it called? I don't know. I know back in the days it was like Pigzo and stuff like that, but those are really, really bad for graphic designs. So I would stay away from that one. But I know there's a couple of new ones lately that are doing a whole lot better. So how does Love Face get around the blocks? I can't say because I don't know that. Oh, Love Face, yeah. Sorry, I thought you were talking about a software for a second. Yeah. He or she or keeps coming back. Oh, it gives me watch time, I guess. It sucks, but I'll I'll try to find a way to make. I don't know if I can go in settings and layout, audio, camera, general. Banners, settings, brand. If Darren, you're still on, how do you do, um, the part where you can ask people to be subscribed for at least 5 minutes before they can comment? It might be before I came live. It might be on YouTube. Yeah, it keeps changing his name. I did my logo with Wix for my logo, but you can do website with it too. Or it could be Wix. My logo cost me $25. Okay, so it might be Wix. I had sticks in my head. Might be Wix. But you just have to be careful with those free websites. Sometimes they'll make it very, very hard to do a good uh, graphic design. I'm in the process of redoing a lot of it as I'm trying out for Amazon affiliate program again. It's hard. Um, if I was in the States, I would probably be able to help you out, Tracy. It's only a matter of finding someone because you need to make 3 sales in 6 months, right? So it's just a matter of finding someone that orders from Amazon all the time. You ask them what they want, you give them your link, and they can order from that link. It doesn't cost them anything more. The hard part, I think, you don't get the sale if it's something that's already on, like if there's a special price. Um, we've been trying to do that uh, for testing, Annie and I, and so far it seems to be working. I made $1.92 a couple of weeks back. Just did my affiliate with Amazon. Yeah, I think we've been on for pretty much at the same time, Annie. It was about a month ago, maybe. Canva is $15 a month. So I don't think to be an affiliate with Amazon that you don't need to have many subscribers or anything. You just need to make sales. That's all they want. They want you to make sales. You're allowed to put stuff on your Facebook page. You're allowed to put stuff on your YouTube channel. You can even just send a text message to someone with the link, and if they order from that link, you get the sale. I guess the idea behind it is, sorry. Let's say I tell you that I'm looking for a specific book. I don't know where to find it. You go on your Amazon, you find it, you send me the link, and you're like, there you go, Remy. Here's the book you were looking for. Here's the best price I could find for you, and they made a sale, and you help them make that sale. So just get a friend that lives close to you, or um, I think you're in Canada, right? Bucket List Homestead, or you're just across the border. I don't remember. I think you're the one that told me that you're in Maine, right? So maybe what you guys can do is, if you have to order something from Amazon, just talk to each other, send each other's link. If you have 3 sales, you should be okay after. And then as long as you have, that way of doing things, it might be good for both of you. I stand in front of a color one wall to make myself pics. Then you just kind of got to remove the background. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. And you can do the same thing with videos also. I remember there's a video that, once again, Mallory at Quebec Homestead did, where you could see her twice. And with the softwares nowadays, it's pretty easy to do. You just need to go and film yourself in front of a single color background, I guess. I had Amazon affiliate when I did a blog, but I got kicked out for not making enough. I haven't tried it for YouTube. It's pretty much the same thing. I don't know if you were accepted at some point or you just got kicked out, because I think you need to make 3 sales in 6 months. That's how they They decide if you stay or if you go. I tried once before and made some money, but they said it was my friend who used my link, so they didn't qualify. Okay. But I don't understand that, because your friends can go on your channel and order the same tools you use. I looked out with my logo. A lady is retired from military and starting a new career with graphic art. She was very reasonable. Cool. Exactly. I mean, as long as they make the sale, I don't think it should bother, or I don't think it should matter who, who made the purchase. I mean, if I find something on Amazon and I give it to my girlfriend so she can order it, it's nobody's business. I mean, no. There's plenty to go around. Everyone is unique and offers different things. Exactly. We need to help you with something too. Oh yeah, you're doing it now. I've been here talking with you guys for like an hour and 15 minutes since I was done with my little crash course here on graphic designs. It's fun. I mean, getting some watch time and spending the night with you guys. Everyone has its own flavor. Exactly. Everyone does their own thing, and everyone is unique in their own way, and everyone is interesting in their own way. And that's why I like YouTube so much. Everybody's doing a garden, and everybody's doing it differently. So you can take bits and pieces of everyone and do your own thing. And then what you do is unique compared to everyone else. Yes, I sure hope so. I feel the same way. YouTube is, I mean, we have such a great community here, with everything going on. And like I see Robert here from Homestead Aquarius. Um, if I can get in Shed Wars, I know the community there is amazing also. Um, yeah, the community is amazing. Uh, Whenever you see someone struggling to get, the views or the subscribers, if you're missing 4 or 5 subscribers to get to 1,000, people jump and go and right away and help you. It's amazing. Like I know everyone has their opinion on a bunch of different things, but when it comes to YouTube, everyone is helping each other out and doing things what I consider the right way by helping out. Tag me in one of your videos. Nice. I hope it's for a good reason. I just hope that you didn't take my face as an example of bad picture. You want to teach someone about pictures. Wix is what you use for a website. Spotify. You are important enough to have troll spams. Yeah, I don't know if we can put it this way. No, from Maine, but Ontario. Okay, yeah. I knew there was a part about Maine in there. So you're in Canada right now. So, we can probably help each other out if we are to order some stuff from Amazon. We can use your link. And I think is it your husband or boyfriend, or I don't know if you're married, but that's from New Brunswick, right? I know there's someone in your family from New Brunswick. Turned me down last time because they said my sales were from a friend and it's not a discount program. So I'm trying again. I will make them love me. It's not a discount program, but then again, if you do sales for them, that's the whole point. Who cares if I sell a shovel for a guy in you know in Australia, or if I sell for a shovel for my neighbor? If he sees me with the shovel that I purchased from Amazon and he wants to have it, I can tell him, look, here's my link, order it on Amazon. I just made a sale for them. Who cares who bought it? And I mean, it's not a discount program. They don't get a discount. You get part of the sale. That's I don't understand that. I wanted a store so I didn't have to do a link for each thing, but they said I didn't meet the criteria. They wanted me to have a lot more subscribers. Oh yeah, maybe. Well, and that was Amazon. Unless you were talking about the influencer, that might be different. But I some people have Facebook. I know a guy that made a Facebook page, and all he did was trying to find the best deals out of a bunch of things and put it on Facebook and try to make a cut out of all those sales. Yeah, that's what I think too. You probably clicked at the wrong place, but the affiliate program I think is available for pretty much everyone. Hello, Heldan. Love Phase keeps coming back. Uh, I'm glad you guys are on top of things. I'm not even close to. Oh, I didn't want to show that. Sorry. Yeah, that spam is everywhere. That one love phase is looking for attention. Good communities are important to be in. We help one another. Exactly, and um, I mean, as much as it hurts that everything that happened in the last 2 years with people thinking things differently, different opinions. I know some families were split apart because of uh, divergence in opinions. I know some friends stopped being friends and stuff like that. But on YouTube, I mean, it's almost a second family now. So much fun. Like I guess people that are not part of the community don't understand what it's like. I was invited to go to a homesteader um, conference in Ontario. I want to go so bad. I want to go because I think that it's probably going to be my best chance to meet everyone face to face, and I would love that. Um, I keep saying that I kept saying I was going to wait until today to see the amount of money I was going to get from the retro actions and my job. The money that I'm getting is enough to pay my bills. It might not be enough to pay for the rest of the renovations that we have to do here. So I still have to work out some numbers to decide if I'm going or not. Marilyn proposed that maybe we could go together for traveling and split on expenses. Uh, that would be a good way to get things done. I was talking to my cousin earlier, and she lives about maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes from where Darren lives. So, it might be an option to go, and uh, I might be able to go there, spend a night there, keep doing the rest of the road a little bit later. But I would love to go and meet the community for sure. Your live the other night got me like last 4 subs you needed to make 500. I love the homestead community. Yes, and I'm glad that I was able to do that for you, and I'm hoping you get another. Let's hope for another 20 tonight. I mean, I have 15 people watching right now, so it might be pushing it a little bit, but let's hope for some more supporters from each and every one here. You are touching on so many issues I have had questions about. You are making a lot of constructive suggestions. Well, I'm glad if I was able to help. That's the point. That's why I was doing this. You know, you might want to go and look at. Well, you don't need to look at the start of the live stream if you were there for the start. Just know the PARC proximity is the spacing between things. A for alignment, speaks for itself. R for repetition. Repeat yourself, repeat your brand, repeat your logo, repeat your colors, repeat your text, repeat you know elements. C for contrast. Make sure that two things are easy to differentiate in your design. If you do those four things, there are four basic things, you'll be all right. Hello, Hell Dan. Ram, it was a get to know me question tag. Okay, okay, all right. It's some like a little game. I have to go and watch the video and find out what I need to know about you, right? Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I see. My mind, my memory is not that bad. Uh, your life the other night got me on for. Is that the second time you say it? Okay, yeah. All right. What's the hashtag? We are using now. Canada homesteaders. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if there's one that most of us use. I find it when I do challenges. When I did the onesie homesteader challenge, there was only four of us that participated, but I generated a lot of views. Um, Also, when I did the White Family Farm comfort food challenge, there was also the Roll Showdown challenge. You know, Shed Wars. Just the entry video got me so many new followers. It's amazing. Yeah, we keep blocking him or her, and he or she keeps coming back under another name. It was Love Face, LOV, LUV, you know, all different kind of ways. For some reason, they keep coming back. We change, yeah. Click on his name and block that bot. Good night. Good night, Granny's Garden. Thanks for being here. Um, I hope you learn and have a nice weekend. Good night. Report him. Yeah, we report him by, well, when is the Homesteaders of Canada happening? I think it's May 7th. And I don't quite remember the name of the little village where it's at. Landmark? Something like that. You guys will probably know more than me. I'm going to the conference. I'm so excited. I've been looking forever for a conference. Yeah, the states have them all the time. Um, See, my camera is flicking again. What's wrong with you? I don't know if it's because it's tired. Maybe maybe it's because of my face. Maybe I'm literally breaking up the camera. Maybe. Yeah, the states have those all the time, and you would think that the homesteaders are not necessarily the richest people. And I don't mean that in a bad way or any way. I don't mean to insult anyone, but I mean when people are full time homesteaders, it means that they don't have a full time job most of the time. Um, and even if they do, I mean, um, they travel a lot and they seem to be going, you know, no matter where it is in the states, they all meet up there. Um, I'd be curious to see what it'd be like if we did a conference here in New Brunswick. I'm pretty sure most of the people would not be here, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but it's just the way it is. Do you feel that even print on demand with those low profit margin is better than offering no merch until YouTube channel's budget is higher for better merch? Um, First, welcome to the chat. I'm not an expert in that aspect, but what I can say is, once again, the more you show your branding, the more you show your face, It's the same. I mean, every marketing is built that way. Like I said earlier, you see the M from McDonald's everywhere, even without knowing it. At some point, you feel like you want to go to the McDonald's, because you're so used to seeing them around all the time. And they target the children because they know that children, will bring families to go to McDonald's. Um, it was the same thing for Nike. Nike started with the name Nike with a little check mark at the end. Eventually, the check mark grew, and now it's only the check mark, and we know that it's Nike. So, print on demand, I think it's better than nothing, definitely. Um, I'm, I could even say that, if you want to promote your channel, if you want to promote yourself, like Darren was saying 2 days ago, don't be afraid to do stuff. But then again, don't do stuff to ruin yourself. Don't go bankrupt for making something. Um, I got a friend around here that does that kind of stuff. Um, I spoke with her a little bit. Um, the items I'd be buying from her would be less expensive than what I could get if I wanted to order those things for myself. Sorry. But then again, I need to buy a couple more. So, you have to weigh in, am I going to sell them? Am I going to use them for marketing? I asked her if it was possible to do a pen with my logo on it. And that's something that's possible to do. She can do that for me. So if I pay $1 for a pen, for example, and I go to the conference and I start giving pens to everyone, a pen is something that everyone uses. They'll see my logo, and if I put my logo with the YouTube logo on it, they'll know that, hey, that guy is on YouTube. Let's look for that guy to see what he does. Or, you know, Rem's Family Farm has his YouTube channel, and then it starts being anchored in people's mind, and they'll start to think about it more and more. So, print on demand is good if you intend to buy stuff for yourself also. I don't think it's a bad thing. I know Annie hoarded some of those stickers. I don't know if the point was to give them away, sell them. People make giveaways on live streams for that specific purpose. People are happy to get something in return, and you're showing off your brand. Hi, Gene Sun. Welcome to the chat. Gonna get going. It was nice meeting some of you, and good to see those that we know. Have a wonderful evening and weekend if you're still here. Same for you. Have a good evening and a wonderful weekend. Bye. Saying bye. Bye. When is Homesteaders happening? May 7th. It was answered. You answered a question. Thank you. Okay. Gotta get some rest. I will be reaching out to you soon. No problem. I'll be looking for that email. Thanks for being here. Larnick. It should be pretty easy to remember. You just have to remember the swear in French. Yeah. Awesome. We'll watch more. Right on. Good night. I love seeing that kind of stuff. This is the community, brotherhood, friendship that we were talking about. They travel all the time. Yes. I don't know how they do it. I have to budget just to go to work. I sure hope so too, Annie. It'd be nice if we could all be there and meet everyone at the same time. We're just everyone that's here right now. I know some are from the States. It's a different game for you guys, but eventually it might happen where we might all meet each other, and it's gonna happen. Tracy, we're gonna go hunting at some point. All in, right on. Oh, I'm getting at the end here. oh, I never thought of getting things to hand out at the conference. Yeah, and it could be as simple as a sticker or a pen or little macarons that you put on your shirt or a little pin or whatever you call it. Um, it doesn't need to be a cap or a hat. It doesn't need to be a T-shirt. Um, those are things that you might want to do for if you do a giveaway someday. Um, I may sneak across the northern border to meet you all. It'd be nice. It'd be fun. I mean, it's. I don't think it's only for Canadian. I don't even know how it costs. I was told today that you had to buy tickets to make it there, so I might be too late by the time I decide if I can go or not. But I'm sure hoping that I'm able to go. Um, I'm getting at the end of the chat here, and I think people are getting tired because some people have started leaving, and I will leave too. It's been 2 hours and a half. I was hoping for at least 15 minutes. At least 15 minutes. I made merch with my logo that I try to wear in most of my videos. Yeah, that's a good example of repetition right there. $5 at the door. Oh, it's only that? You don't need to buy tickets to go there? Another spam. Again. Yeah. Wait for me all you want. You'll be waiting for long. So Love Face is waiting for me to meet on a anyway 18 years old and over website. Don't need to tell you that I'm not going to be there. So it's nice that it's only $5 at the door. Okay, right on. Kids under 12 free. Okay, so if I bring one of my kids, they go in for free. Cool. It's something to think about, something to keep in mind. My girlfriend might not be able to come if I go because of her illness, but I could bring one of the kids. They might be complaining all the time about, are we there yet? Are we there yet? Are we there yet? But it might be a fun experience for them also. Thank you so much. Have a great night, guys and girls. Thank you for everyone who was here, and don't hesitate if you have any questions. You can send me an email. It's going to be my pleasure to reply to all of you. Yeah, thank you for everyone that's been doing the mod job tonight, and hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And I will see you same time next week. Yep. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? All right. I am there at the end of my stream. Take care, everyone. Bye.